Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So a couple of things on the go here. We have kind of broken a potential double top here, and that double top happened off a Fibonacci extension. So the trend is up at the moment, but looking at it just from a high level in the 8 hour, we are technically sideways. But the concern I've got is we are breaking through all of these levels. So let me just so that was the first inside bar. We now through the next one. So the next logical one is obviously right here. That is the structure that we have at the moment. Not even sure that I want to be buying off that, because it does look a little bit like we have something like this brewing, and that should take us down just below 4,000, and there's a gap on the cash market around 4,000 as well. So if we come down to the time frames, not really much that we can add to it. It does look like a double top, that's for sure, and we could argue that that target is done, or pretty close to being done. But I'm not really convinced either way. So let's just keep that level in, delete the noise. And if you look at the oscillators at the moment, heading to the downside, looking for an opportunity to buy. Here, the other thing that we want to have a look at is just have a look at the Fibonacci. We are at 50% Fibonacci, 61.8 is here. Now, the converse of this bearish talk at the moment is you're always expecting a second move. V reversals are rare. So is this the second attempt down, and then we're looking for a move back up? Could be. My concern at the moment is on the 3 hour, all the moving averages are sort of grouped together, and we have a bit of a crossover again. It's just, well, we've still got the same crossover basically, pointing at the downside, and no real indication that we need to be buying on the long term. Short term, groups the downside, does look like an opportunity to buy. So with all of that, it's pretty much confusion at the moment. We're not quite going sideways, we're not going up, we're not going down. So kind of almost going in a circle. So I think for me, this does offer a bit of opportunity to buy. There is a gap at close now. So there was this daily gap Tuesday. No, that was Friday. So there's this daily gap from Friday which is closed. And I think the big concern is if you look on the daily, you had that inside bar, which I spoke about yesterday, and then broke above it, and then closed below it. So a lot of confusion in the markets at the moment. I think for me personally on the S&P 500, it's probably a situation of just wait and see for now. I would have really thought we'd build a base here and sort of test the moving averages, because we stayed above it for 2 days, test it, get above there and break up. That didn't happen. So for now, I'm kind of sit on hands, see what happens here. If this does start building a base, for me the base is going to be breaks above fractional highs, and this is the first fractional high we have here, 41.24, but ultimately we're going to need to get above that area there, 41.43. If we can't get above 41.43 and we reject 41.43, I'd be looking for another move to the downside. Okay, so kind of no man's land for me at the moment, so we will sit on the sides and watch this one for now. It does look like a bit of a bull flag forming here, but it could also just be a continuation of this trend down. So if you look at the 15-minute, you can see pretty much spent most of the day just drifting down, and then basically going into the close here, we had a sell-off. And that in itself is concerning. So most of the day nothing was happening, but then right in the last hour of trading, we closed with a massive sell-off. Now, there's a bit of noise in the market about Congress passing a semiconductors bill. Haven't read it yet, but if you look into it carefully, you'll see which congressmen are buying and selling stocks. And some of the tech stocks are the big sellers that are coming out of Congress at the moment. And with this war on the tech stocks as well, on NASDAQ stocks, that just gives you an indication that there's probably more downside to come. Okay, so I think for me, sitting on the sidelines at the moment, there's nothing really we can actually add to this right now. So, yeah, I think that's it for me. Hope it helps you somewhat. Just keep safe, but I'm not really interested in getting into this just yet. We are moving sideways and we're not finding structure. Okay, anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.